I held the flowers like a prop in someone else's movie. White lies, corporate-approved grief disguised as celebration. The boardroom lights burned hot. Cameras hummed. When I reached out, the chairwoman didn't even look at my hand. I don't shake hands with low-level employees. Laughter rippled. Polite, practiced, expensive. I smiled. Calm. Measured. You just lost $2. $1 billion. Silence fell like glass breaking underwater. And that's when I knew the timing was perfect. They think betrayal is loud affairs, screaming, slamming doors. They are wrong. Real betrayal is quiet, strategic, signed in ink. I met her, my wife, 10 years ago in an elevator that got stuck between floors. She was barefoot, holding heels in one hand, ambition in the other. We laughed. We planned futures before the doors opened. I believed in her. More dangerously, I invested in her. When she pitched her startup, no one listened. I did. I wrote the first check. I built the supply chain. I structured the shell companies that kept competitors blind. She was the face. I was the spine. We promised we'd rise together. She rose. She decided I'd already served my purpose. The change came softly. Missed dinners, new advisors with old smiles, passwords that stopped working. She said it was stress. I said nothing. I watched. The proof didn't arrive dramatically. No lipstick, no late-night texts. It came as a calendar invite I wasn't supposed to see. Board realignment, confidential. My name wasn't on it. That night, she slept beside me, breathing steady, like innocence could be practiced. I stared at the ceiling and learned something important about myself. I don't rage, I calculate. I didn't confront her. I audited. I traced money through subsidiaries she didn't know I still controlled. I read drafts of contracts she thought were final. I listened to calls routed through servers registered under my mother's maiden name. She had rewritten history, cast me as an assistant, a background operator, someone easily erased. So I let her erase me. I resigned quietly, signed the divorce papers without a fight, took the title of low-level employee, and wore it like camouflage. While she celebrated her promotion to CEO, I filed injunctions in 3 countries. I froze patents. I activated clauses she never read because she trusted me to handle the boring parts. The boring parts are where empires bleed. By the time the board announced her replacement, the chairwoman standing where my wife once stood, the valuation was already fiction. The investors just didn't know it yet. Which brings us back to the flowers. The chairwoman scoffed. Cameras zoomed. I stepped closer to the table, set the flowers down gently like a funeral offering. You see, I said, voice steady. Every logistics contract this company depends on is licensed through a holding firm you no longer have access to. Her smile twitched. The patents powering your flagship product, I continued, reverted this morning. Breach of fiduciary duty, someone whispered. Phones came out. And the offshore accounts cushioning your burn rate, I paused. Those were compliance traps. Congratulations. You've just triggered an investigation. Her face drained. Not fear yet. Confusion. Fear needs understanding. I warned the board, I added, finally meeting her eyes, that removing me would cost them $2. $1 billion. The laughter didn't come back. My ex-wife stood frozen near the wall, watching her replacement collapse in real time. For the first time in years, she looked small, not powerful, not untouchable, just exposed. She tried to speak. I didn't let her. I loved you, I said softly enough that only she heard. That's why I didn't destroy you. I turned to the cameras. I just made sure the truth arrived before the closing bell. The fallout was surgical. Stocks halted. The board dissolved. The chairwoman resigned before lunch. By evening, my phone rang with offers, apologies, invitations. I declined most of them. I wasn't interested in replacing anyone. Justice isn't about the throne. It's about balance. That night, I walked past the building we once dreamed of conquering together. The lights were off. The sign was already coming down. I felt nothing sharp, no triumph, no grief, just relief. Because betrayal teaches you one final lesson. Never confuse silence with weakness. Some of us are quiet because we're counting.